Hey Sag, how are you? Welcome back. If you're new, welcome to Moonrise Cottage for your May 2021 Life Path and Soul Destiny reading. If you're looking for love readings, I publish 2 monthly. Check out my channel and you will find them there. The links for me are below, including the link to my Patreon page, where we go very deeply into all the extended readings. It's the only place they are available. The donation to support my channel is quite small, and we are in the process of building community, so I invite everyone to come along on that journey with my guides and I for some deeply channeled readings. So beautiful Sag, look at this fabulous array. Clearly, you are going through some healing. You are continuing to follow your own wisdom. My guides are saying, and that is the dominant message of the day for you, is to follow your own wisdom. Because when you go deep inside, this is the Four of Swords. You've been through a lot of life battles. We all have. Because of the cosmology and the astrology, and my guides call it the dance of the planets, in the month of April, it was very intense. This will publish at the very end of April. So we're still kind of in that energy. That's what we're all going through on some level. It's just meant to crack us open, to finish some type of a battle and to experience our, okay, hang on, my guides are saying, our victory. They said prevalence. To experience our prevalence, meaning the fullness of your energy. Thank you, Spirit. It's a David and Goliath kind of story for some of you. So in these battles of life that we're going through, what's happening for you, Sag, and I will get to the oracle cards. That's the Two of Swords. My guides, this has been coming out in a lot of the readings, and this is, again, continuing the theme that they want to speak about, which is what that card, if you're new to my readings, that first card is what the guides want to speak about or intend to channel messages about that topic of being in the sacred hut, being in the sacred temple, a sacred resting place for restoration of your soul. In May, if at all possible, put the battles down and focus on you, focus on your awakening, focus on healing your heart. That card, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself, aren't I? This card is about the heart chakra. That's from the beautiful Triple Goddess Tarot. So that's what's going on. We're going to jump into it very deeply in the extended reading. Two of Swords, according to my guides, they're telling me this is a more perfect depiction. Eagle medicine is very exalted abilities to soar above the mundane world and to observe from above, connected with spirit, to receive the messages that you are meant to get. And eagles soar effortlessly, literally for miles, riding the drafts of the wind and the heat of a summer day. All the twos are about balance. So what's coming into balance is your connection with spirit. In the traditional tarot, we see a woman sitting in front of a body of water with her back to the water, sitting on a bench. She is dressed in white, blindfolded, has two swords crossed in front of her at the heart chakra. So there are a lot of words that people say about the Two of Swords. My guides, when they speak about it, what they want you to know is this is not about trying to make a decision. It's not about indecision. It's not about not being able to see. It's not about protecting your heart. It's akin to the Hanged Man and the Hermit. It's the very sacred process, thank you, Spirit, of going inward very deeply in order to become the lightning rod for the divine, to fill your being, illuminate your heart, and allow you to go forward in the way that feels most correct for you. So yes, perhaps there's a decision being made. primarily there is an initial decision, a desire to make the decision from your heart, filled with divine source energy, knowledge, connection. That's what this card is about. And it's about balance, always. All the 2s in every deck are about balance. All the 4s in every deck are about judgment of some kind, coming to some decisions, sitting still for healing, etc. So while this is going on, the oracle card that came out from Animal Medicine was Raven. You are in the process of taking the next step, and you are doing it. Your desire, your best route for success will be in this activity. Exactly all the words I just said, because Raven is about magic. It is about spiritual renewal, often a spiritual death and rebirth. So there's an awakening process going on, and you're desiring it, because this is the theme of the reading. That's you. There's something in your heart that wants to awaken, and the heart chakra is here. So from the shamanic realm, it is the drum beat in your heart, the beating of your heart. If you think, my guides just said, go on the internet and listen to a recording of the beating of the human heart. We all have a drum within us. Our heart center, our heart chakra, and literally our heart has electric impulses that guide us forward if we are willing and able to connect in that place, in that way. And so whatever is happening in your life in the month of May, massive healing available to you. You're going to feel the urge to go deep. Allow it and follow the drumbeat of your heart. Some of you are with a sacred partner. It's very interesting. The numerology on the card is 8. So we're talking about infinity energy. So my guides are saying the illustration should illuminate your understanding of what this is about. More than about a lover, we're talking about you. We're here to talk about you and your life path and your soul destiny. So being your own yin-yang lover is the best course forward when we are talking about healing and following your heart in order to find your destiny. So in May, clearly, I love this illustration. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So clearly in the month of May, all of us, it's been the common thread running through all the readings, all of us have been on this type of destiny path, each in our own way, depending on our astrology, which explains and helps you understand your quantum energy. Your light codes, your 4D and 5D unfolding and walking into, swirling your energy, thank you Spirit, that's why they want this, causing your heart to turn, to swirl, to open, following the drumbeat of the infinity experience of your being, here as a sacred catalyst to bring yourself forward through some kind of a destiny, some magic coming forward. So let's take a little bit of a deeper look. Whoops, pardon me, I've shuffled up the cards. Sag, beautiful, look. Look at that. Look at you, my guys just said, look at you. Sitting on your throne, using the fire element for growth and shift and change. That's what the blue-green garment is all about. The triple spiral of your existence. That's what you're healing. There's a beautiful, beautiful process going on in the month of May. Thank you, Spirit. So this is the first step, the first energy signifier of your human journey. That is, forgot to say, sorry, that is the Queen of Cups, depicted sitting next to the passion and the creativity. She's an extraordinarily highly creative individual. She brings destiny forward in the realm of the heart chakra, in the realm of love, very definitely. So because the drum is here and Raven is here, you're being advised, my guides are saying, that's the Seven of Pentacles. How do you make your garden grow? Your heart garden? How do you open your heart chakra to the next phase of its development into the 4D and 5D? The quantum energy that resides within you because of your astrology light codes. You go into the mystical realm with Raven as your guide. Do you see the fire in the distance? The full moon? There's a full moon in Scorpio on the 26th of April. It will usher in May. And then the moon cycles will be very important as you go through May. Make sure you follow them. Go listen to Molly McCord's podcasts. They are phenomenal. And my guides are saying, and everyone will benefit. So it's a story about a young man in the ancient days who was following a tradition to go out on All Hallows Eve, put a rope around a corpse in order to touch death because the veil is thin. And you can have a journey, and surely he did. He had a vision of his village burning to the ground. He went into the underworld, the world of the fairies, to seek assistance and ask for help. He was met there by a fairy who said, you got to go back and you have to take care of it. We'll help you. We will do everything we can from this side, but you must be the actor on the top side in the world. You've got to go, call out a warning. Okay, my guides are talking about, okay, they're showing me the swirl to change the destiny. Because there are things that are meant to come forward in this way. Let me move these up a little bit for you, Sag. So it is definitely, you're going to be hand in hand with spirit. Something very magical is coming forward because of the drumbeat in your heart and this destiny to utilize the yin-yang energy that resides within you, to have some kind of a mystical journey to get in touch with the guides, with the angels, in order to bring forward a shift and a change that needs to come through your fire energy, which is critically important here in this place, Sag, the sacred teacher travelers of the universe. And there's your journey this month. Let me pull this back a little bit. There we go. So here's the next card. I love it. Ten of Pentacles. When you go on this journey, you are going to be looking into, because of these oracle cards and the fact that the heart chakra is there, you're going to have a journey into the Akashic Records. You can access that place through the yin-yang change, the male and female within you becoming your own energy, deeper into your own energy, the yin-yang of your fiery existence. And your particular journey will depend on what is your rising sign, where does Venus lie, all those kinds of things. Clearly, some of you may be journeying with the sacred lover, but you're going to come into a massive amount of abundance. It might be that when you take your own journey, it's always true, then you are preparing yourself to bring forward the yin-yang lover that you're meant to have, because perhaps they too are following the sacred drumbeat of their own existence in order to turn the wheel of destiny, to be able to, my guy just said March, but turn the wheel in your direction. So if you're trying to manifest a sacred mate that's going to be able to blossom into the energy of the heart chakra with you and take a sacred journey, I think in May it'll be very important for you to be doing this work. When you go through this healing, my guides just said this healing gesture, this willingness to connect with spirit and to go very deep within yourself to experience the drumbeat of your heart, you're going to release something. So this has been coming out kind of a lot over the last months for Sag. You know, we all struggle with heartache. This is the Eight of Cups, another infinity symbol. It's about releasing yourself from what you thought was your karma. Perhaps a heartbreak, perhaps a karmic partner, which means somebody who taught you some lessons, something that was learned. And for some period in your life, you were stuck to this. So, Eight of Cups in this deck is about a couple that went on a treasure hunt. And they found a sacred map. They ended up finding the giant bowl of treasure, golden bowl. When they climbed up on the platform, they got stuck to it. There was a lot of treasure in the bowl. They were never able to touch it. They were never able to get any of the blessings from that. They were stuck to their desire to have love in their lives, my guides are saying, or stuck to a relationship that was in some way about lessons, about a journey with another person. And my guides are saying they really want everyone to know now that no matter what that may have been in your life, all of these journeys are very sacred. And it's time to begin to turn our attention to the sacredness of every lesson, of every journey. In our meditation class yesterday, we pulled some runes after the class, and the first rune that came out was constraint. And the message was the constraints that we create or that are given to us in our lives are the things that create movement and healing, because the irritation of that will cause you to move on. So some of you are leaving a situation, a job, a way of life, a lover perhaps, a relationship perhaps, or perhaps this is a story about what you have already left behind, because this card in this placement, this is what my guides call the bridge card. So when you have your human journey and you do your work, this is what causes you to connect to your soul destiny. And we're talking about walking away and releasing something that doesn't serve you, possibly a relationship or, all the things I've already said. Could be any situation, family stuff, arguments with your kids. It could be anything, okay? The point is releasing. This healing that you're going to be doing, this tragedy has everything to do with this. So whatever tragic in your life, you're going to be able to heal it more deeply, get in touch with the guides, with the wisdom that's in your heart, this drumbeat, to turn the energy and open your heart so that you can get the blessings and release. And you see how both of them are sacred bowls. So you're going to be releasing something which allows you then to move into your destiny, to walk into your soul destiny and what comes next for you. So the Eight of Cups is always the double-edged sword, isn't it? It's about walking away, and when you walk away, you walk into your destiny. Always true. Always true. So look at that. Beautiful Knight of Cups. This is about a death and rebirth story. Again, at the Sacred Passage Tomb at Newgrange in Ireland. If you don't know about Newgrange, look it up on the internet. It's a fascinating place. This person, dressed in purple, has had their healing journey. They have had a spiritual death and rebirth. Do you see how it's aligned right there with Raven? The purple means total transmutation. That's what the garment is. So the Knight of Cups in this deck, let me see if I can stick it in there for a second, is about your transmutation, but we're talking about your soul. So you're moving more deeply into the circuit of your soul, the purpose for this lifetime. That's why the guides are saying, your journeys are sacred, even your heartaches, even the relationships that didn't work or were somehow abusive or whatever it was, they ran their course. It doesn't have to be a negative per se. So you're now doing battle with the love energy, the light codes. Do you see the light in his hand? That's the soul destiny. And we see the doves, we see the awakening, we see the golden path, the illuminated pathway. That warrior has no armor, no need for defenses. This person, the strength of their, okay, hang on, guys are talking. The strength of their intention lies in their commitment to walk with energy and vulnerability. That's where you're going, Sag. Quite beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. So let's take a peek and see what else is going on. This is the initial energy for the soul destiny. The light codes available to you in this month of May because of the astrology. And yes, because you emerge this way, the lightning bolt is going to happen. You see? Remember my guides were talking about lightning bolts becoming the lightning rod for spirit. That change will come over you. This is the Tower card. There's another bowl. More releasing, things that don't serve you, things that you've been carrying along with you on your soul journey are going to be obliterated and released when you reach this moment and you go into the deep and you become the lightning rod for spirit. That's intense, Sag. That's literally giving me a chill. So that's the kind of heart chakra opening that my guys just said. So that's the same card as the Tower card, described differently. So there's no tragedy that's going to happen for you in a soul destiny way. This is awakening, 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 filled with spirit. Literally, because of the sacred journey, when you follow the drumbeat of your own heart. It's phenomenal. And then, of course, the next thing, I love this. Knight of Wands. The warrior of skill. There's a new kind of skill set coming forward for you that you're going to be able to gain and capture now when you take this journey. And you'll be able to move forward with the light codes that are in you as a Sagittarius. Fire energy, passion, the desire to move forward. Okay, my guides are saying a lot of words. Into your passion, riding on the light code energy of your passion, claiming your passion. So, sorry, I'm looking off into space because the guides are talking. So when you claim your passion, what you're really doing is you're holding your power in your hand. You see his wand? With ethics, with purity, mystical, magical. He's feeding his horse mushrooms. His saddlebags are packed. He's ready to go. There's something residing within you, Sag, that is wanting to bring itself forward. Seven of Pentacles is about growing your garden. How do I do it? So there's some urge inside of you, because of your fire, because of your light codes, that's coming forward in the month of May. It's quite beautiful. Let me see. I'll put the rest of the cards back in the viewfinder. So, okay, let's get an outcome card for beautiful Sag. Spirit, can you tell us, please? Yeah. Ooh, Saggy, it's going to be a beautiful month. That's intense. That's the Eight of Pentacles. You're going to be working real hard. You're going through a lot of shifts and changes. The awakening may come to you in a way that is very rapid and unexpected. So this is the fourth time, because we have a bowl here. Fourth time we see the sacred bowl. In this tradition, the sacred bowl is the great bowl of creation, ruled upon and created by the great Dagda, one of the gods. This is a story about a goddess who wanted her son to have all the wisdom that existed. Look at this. Look at that row. So she got her cauldron out, made a sacred brew, put it on a fire. It had to simmer for a year and a day. She hired a young lad to mind the cauldron, to keep the fire burning. Gave him his instructions and said, make sure it doesn't boil over. And we all know what happened. He's a young kid. So he fed the sticks into the base of the fire a little bit too fast. The cauldron boiled over. He reached out to try to steady it. Some of the sacred brew splashed on him. He stuck his fingers in his mouth, and he had an instantaneous awakening. Some of you are going to go through a very rapid cycle awakening. I'm here. My guides are here. They love to talk to people about this. So if you want to come for a reading, please check out the website, okay? So there's one more card. The Lovers. Two of Cups. Sacred love. Again, yin and yang. Some of you very definitely on a path with a lover. We see the full moon again. The dialogue of art. How is it that you express and interpret love? How is it that you are able to create love from this perspective, from your soul? So clearly, for some of you, we're talking about a soulmate coming forward. There's a lot more to unpack here. Sag, follow the cycles of the moon. Make sure you go look at Molly McCord's podcast about the full moon in April and the moon cycles going forward into May. She has something called the Venus Star Point. Go and look at that. She's just her podcasts are just power packed with massive amounts of stuff. So Sag, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for incarnating in the way you did, because we need you here. We are in the process of weaving the tapestry of our energies together as a class of beings, as a people, all across the globe. And always understand that you are your purpose. It's because of things like this. It's not about what you do. This 3D world will tell you your purpose is about achievement. This is the achievement. It doesn't matter what you do for a living. You may find your bliss and follow your bliss into a job or a profession. Fabulous. If it comes from that place, you'll be really happy, very happy, and your life will go forward connected to your soul, and that will be your path. Thank you, Sag, so much. I'll look forward to seeing you again in June, Goddess willing. Bye now. My guides just said, make sure to plumb the heck out of this month. There's a lot there for you. Thanks, Sag. Enjoy May. All kinds of things